So this is exercise 5, Python variables. So to create a variables, or what is variable? Variables are the containers for storing data values. Unlike other programming language, Python has no command for declaring a variable. A variable is created at the moment you first assign a value to it. So we just simply assign a value to a variable. So kita kena assign value to the variable, and then immediately after we assign the value to the variable, Python will create the data type or the declaration of the variable for us. So let's try one example. So if you see in the first line, it will produce an error because the variable the variable z has not existed yet. Because in order to print z, because of z is not exist yet, so we cannot print the variable z. So it's okay. In order to print z, we need to create the variable first, because we are using the Jupyter notebook. The sequence of executing of each of the Python command is not that important. It's okay. We can execute this line first, and then in this line we have variable z, and we have already assigned a value to it, so it's okay. We skip this line first because in Jupyter notebook it doesn't matter which line we execute first. So for now, this one we have error because variable z is not existed yet, because it exists in this line. So we skip this with this line first. So we go to this line. Okay, so for this one, you can see that we have variable x and also variable y. So for variable x, we already assign a value string, and then we have a number, we have numbers, and then y we also have string, and then let's bring this to variable. So it will print this two string. Okay, in this numbering value, so this is the numbering value, but when I use this is the numbering value, but I use typecasting. It's okay, we will learn about typecasting later. So supposedly this is the integer value, so I use the typecasting. So the data type of x will become string, and then we can prove this by typing the type function. So this is actually a number or the integer, but I use typecasting to make the x value become string. So we can prove this by typing this by type function. So type x and print type y. Oops. Okay, see, the class or the data type for both x and y are string, str. So but if I remove this string, the typecasting for string, I remove this, and I print the type data or the data type x and y, it will become integer. Look at this. Just now it is string. It was string, and then now it become integer. And then the string usually we use string for identification or ID or numbers that probably does not need to have any mathematical calculation in the future. Okay. However, if we want to change to float or integer, you can always use typecasting to change it back. So it's okay. Then we will learn about this data type in exercise exercise 6. Okay, next, variables do not need to be declared with any particular type and can even change type after they have been set. For example, we have variable z, and then we assign a value name. If you look at this, we have a single quotes and also a double quote. So in this case, the single quotes will become the string or the value. So now we can print variable z. Oh, sorry. Okay, now we can print variable z. So it print or it execute everything in the double quotes. So this is the output. Why we now can execute variable z? Because in this line we have assigned this value to variable z. So now we can print the variable z. Okay, let's say we don't have this one. So if we don't have this one, we haven't declared, or we have not have this assignment that we assign name as a z, as a variable z, so we cannot execute this one or print variable z. So let's say we change the code like this. And then we try to run again or print again. Oh, sorry, we try to print again. Sorry. Okay, we print again. Now it changed to double quotes. Okay, it doesn't matter sorry, it will consider the double quotes in the single quote. It will consider a string, and then okay, it's okay. So it will print anything that is in the single quote. Okay, next we have the example. Okay, let's say we have x is equal to 4, and then we also have x is equals to Sally. So for this one, this is the type of data type integer, and this one is Sally. Let's try to execute one line first. Okay, we use command. We use a command. We make it a command by using a hash symbol, hash symbol. So now we run this, and it will produce an integer 4. So string variables can be declared either by using single or double quotes. Okay, x is equals to John in double quotes, and also it is the same as x is equal to John but using a single quote. So this is it will produce the same output or the same the same result lah. Okay, so tak kisahlah kita nak guna single or double quotes. So again, a string variables can be declared either by using single or double quotes. And then we can also we can also assign a value to a variable x and y. Let's say we have x is equal to 2 and we have y is equals to 5. Then we try to print both x and y. Print x and y. So it will print the value x and the value y. Let's say we try to print the value y first and then x. So print, it will become 5, 2. So y is equals to 5, x is equal to 2. So x is the variable, 2 is the value. Okay, so for variable names, a variable can have a short name like x and y, or a more descriptive name, age, car name, total volume. There are rules for Python variables. A variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. A variable name cannot start with a number. It also can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores, A to Z, 0 to 9, and underscore. Variable names are case sensitive. For example, we have all in lowercase h, and then h with a capital letter H, and H with all in uppercase. These three types of H are three different variables. So H yang ni and this one tak sama. So maksudnya kalau kita dah guna H yang this one, semua huruf kecil, maksud dia tiba-tiba dekat line yang lain kita nak guna H tapi kita tersilap type A with uppercase. So dia akan ada error lah. Melainkan kita nak, maksud kita nak guna this nak declare kan dua benda yang berbeza. So tu tak apa nak guna benda lain. Tapi kalau nak maksudkan yang sama, mesti kena pakai variable yang sama. Okay, these are some of the example. The legal variable names. So we have my var like this, all in uppercase. All in lowercase. Then we have my var with the underscore. Okay, these are all the legal variable names, and these are the illegal variable names. So we have, it's okay if I run this, it will not produce any error. So but if I try to run this one, let me try to run this one. Okay, sorry. Okay, if I remove this as a comment, so I want to execute this, it will not produce any error because we already assign 1 or integer to my, so it will become 1 here, and then minus var is 2. So it's okay if it is integer, but if we we assign this value to as a variable, oh sorry, as a string, it will produce an error. It cannot use a string. So next, if we use minus here, it will also produce an error because the minus sign is actually for a mathematical calculation, and then it is for subtraction, so we cannot use this symbol. Okay, and then next, okay, let's say I want to print, where is it? I want to print my var. So this one, it's supposed to print, let's say we have Jake, so it's supposed to print here, it's supposed to print Jake. Wait, my var, okay, it's supposed to print Jake here. And then if I change these two variable, let's say I want to print this variable. Okay, next I want to change this to kitty. It's supposed to print kitty, variable kitty, and the value for variable my var is kitty. Okay, let's say I want to print that variable, so it's supposed to show sorry. Okay, I have to run this or execute this first, baru boleh execute this one. Okay, so untuk this one, to print anything from here, you just print whatever you want to show or you want to execute. Okay, so how to assign a value to multiple variables? Python allows you to assign value to a multiple variable in one line. For example, we have x, y, z is equals to orange, banana, and cherry. So print x, print y, print z. So basically, the order is like this: x is referred to orange, y is referred to banana, and z is referred to cherry. Okay, let's see what happen if I execute this one. See, x, y, z. So it will print in order like x, y, z. So x is orange, and then banana, and then cherry. And you can also assign the same value to multiple variable in one line. So x is equal to y, and then equal to z is equals to orange. So x, y, and z is equal to orange. So we assign this variable x, y, z to the same value. Okay, there. So x is orange, y is also orange, z is also orange. So the same value, we assign the same value to three variables. So for output variable, it is not something, the Python variable or the print statement is often used to output variable. We can combine both text and a variable by using a plus character. So basically, for the output, like print, we can combine the output, both text and variable, by using a plus, okay, or add character. So for example, we have x is equal to awesome, and then we have print, if we want to print Python is plus x. So here we have x is awesome, this is string, data type string, we want to print Python is, and then anything you want to print here, plus x. So let's say Anis, and then here I want to put my name. My name is what? Okay, so I plus with this variable. So here I already assigned Anis as a variable x. So I print my name is Anis. So it combines the one that you already typed plus with the result or the value for variable x. Okay. You can also use plus character to add a variable to another variable. Let's say, for example, we have x is equal to Python is and y is awesome. So z, it will combine z is equals to x plus y. So basically the idea is anything in the variable x plus with all the value in variable y. So x plus y. Python is plus awesome. So print z. So we want to know the result for x plus y. So next, Python is awesome. So it add the variable x, the value in variable x plus with the value in variable y. So Python is awesome. It combines both of these statement. For numbers, the plus character works as a mathematical operator. So we have here x is equal to 5, y is equal to 10. So print x plus y. So it will plus these two number 5 plus 10. If you try to combine a string and a number, Python will give you an error. So we cannot combine a string a string value with a number. So how to, if you want to combine, you need to use typecasting. Okay, so if you use typecasting, it will become string. Let's say if you want to use string as a typecasting, so let's say we use typecasting string. So if like this, you see, we the original one is integer, and you want to combine with a string, so it cannot combine. So you use typecasting, so it will become string, and this one also string, and then baru boleh. Okay, sorry. Okay, look at this. So 5 plus John. Kalau tak guna typecasting, we remove the typecasting and it will become the original one, like awal-awal tadi, the asal, yang asal. So this is the integer, data type integer, and this is the data type string. So dia cakap, if you try to combine a string and a number, Python will give you an error. So supposedly it cannot combine lah. Okay, so we need to use a typecasting string. So both akan jadi string dengan string, baru boleh combine. Okay, next is a global variable. Global variables. What is global variables? Variables that are created outside a function, as in all of the examples above, are known as global variables. Global variables can be used by everyone, both inside of functions and outside. For example, we have this one. So x is the global variable. So this function we will learn in next exercise or next example. So let's try to execute this one first. Okay, in this function, this function actually it's okay. Okay, so x is equals to awesome. So x is a global variable, so it is outside uh, outside uh, outside the function lah. So we have function here, and x, we declare x outside the function. Okay, so this is our function, and then we want to print Python is apa plus x. So x is awesome. So next it will become Python is awesome. So x, it will recall from this. Okay, if you create a variable with the same name inside a function, the variable will be local and can only be used inside the function. The global variable with the same name will remain as it was. Global and with the original value. For example, we have we will create a variable inside a function with the same name as a global variable. Okay, if you look at this, we have a global variable here, and we create a variable here inside the function. So variable x is outside the function, and x here we have x, awesome. But in the function, inside the function, we have variable x is equals to fantastic. So we have same name, but inside and outside the function. So let's try to print. So this is for the global. This is a global. It will print Python is x. So x here is from the global variable. So this is a global variable, and here is, it will print the local variable. We call this local. So this is it will print local variable, which is this one, fantastic, and this one is global variable. So it will print outside of this function, so it will print this one. So Python is fantastic and Python is awesome. So the global keyword. Normally, when you create a variable inside a function, the variable is local and can only be used inside that function. To create a global variable inside a function, you can use the global keyword. So for example, if you use global keyword, the variable belongs to the global scope. Okay, let's see this one. We have a function, and we use global keyword for x. So let's try to run. So this variable x will become global even it is in its own function. So if you look at this, we want for this line, it is outside the function. If you look at this, we have print inside the function, inside the my function here, and this one is outside the my function. Okay, for the inside, it will print this one, the fantastic. For the outside, it will print the outside one, the global one. So for this one, if we use the global X, the global keyword, even it is outside the function, we can print. So Python is fantastic. So it will use, it will recall this one. X is fantastic even it is outside the function. Also, use the global keyword if you want to change a global variable inside a function. So to change a value of a global variable inside a function, refer to the variable by using the global keyword. So we have x is equal to awesome, and then we have a function here. Okay, let's try to write. Oops, it's okay for this one. Sorry. It's okay. For this one, we will do it later. So we will look at this exercise. You can try these two exercise. You can execute this line or this code. You can find what is the output. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.